We had such a small table last week. That's why it was so. I mean. Pretty good though. They sure were in the hospital in DC.
Yeah, that would have been terrible. That would have been terrible.
Sick before a trip. I'm always. You have to look on the bright side. Like, this didn't happen well. Break your leg. Would be the worst. Break your leg. Okay. See. The rest of you, and I think you do. So the rest of you is gone last week. Shouldn't have anything to turn. Is that the Jonathan?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have you. You are just right on top of things. I have them in elementary class. Sarah and Laura. Yeah, they brought her papers for her in her absentia.
Она только позвонила.
Buenos días.
А,
Как дела?
Напиши hello.
Очень хорошо. Hola clase, ¿cómo están? Okay, so ¿quién es? ¿Quién es? Abuelo. Did we not go over these? Did we? We went over the family tree. On the hangout. In class. In class? Last class, right? Yeah, we went over the whole family tree with Daniela, Lopez.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Daniela Lopez. No, what is Susana? Okay. So es abuelo. Es abuelo. That's abuelo. ¿Quién es? Abuela. Okay. Es papá or padre. Okay. And this lady, she's pretty old fashioned. Es madre. Some people go, abuela. ¿Quién es? ¿Quién es? Hermana. Or what would child be?
Oh my God. Hija.
That's my child. That's my child. So if they're related to me, if it's a niño. So niño, combination. So what your grandma is saying is she's saying. So what she's saying, this is what she's saying. Mi hija. Okay? And so it gets run together because this doesn't say anything. They take this I and this I combined, so it becomes mija. If that's what you think that's what you're hearing is mija. Mija. So if I say mija, it just, the faster you say it, the closer. So this is the rule of the Spanish language. You the same sound together, then combined. Like Alhambra. Anybody know what Alhambra is? It was a big fortress in Spain. So in the south of Spain. Yeah, didn't figure. It's okay. So, but because this sound and this sound are the same, La Alhambra. So I don't say La Alhambra. It combines together because it's the same sound. So that's what's happening with. It just happens. It'll happen naturally once you become better speakers. But until then, Look, I did some pre-killing before you came in. I killed 2 wasps.
Two walks? Oh, nice.
Try myself in my life building skills. Anymore. I pre-killed this here before. Well, that's what I did last week. And landed on Thor's shoulder, and he's like, okay. And I didn't hit very hard, just enough to kind of knock it still, kill it on the floor. Es bebé. Es bebé. No, cute, right? Es el bebé. Okay. Theo. Yeah, you guys kind of have a slight advantage here. So Theo is uncle, what's aunt? I have to do this in one of the other classes too. 2 native speakers, so they understand everything I say. They just don't know how to read it and write it, so that's why they're in my class. So if I do this, especially in this one, family, even if you don't speak the language, or you just understand a little bit, you almost always know family members, right? Because that's the common. Yeah, Theo. Grandchild. What was grandchild? What's grandchild? Turn your sound on, guys. Grandchild? Nope, not related. The word's not related. Okay. Nieto. We will have these on Quizlet this week. So, Nieto, grandchild. What was cousin? You know? No? Because you don't call cousins by title, right? You don't say, hey, cousin, you call them by their name. But aunts and uncles you do, right? Okay. Primo. Primo. So that's male cousin, female cousin. Okay. So family members work except for mother, right? You have madre and padre. Okay. What were parents? Padres. Padres. So remember we've talked about Spanish refers to the masculine. So this is the equation here. Plus padre equals padres. Okay. Madre plus padre equals padres. Okay. So the San Diego Padres.
She said, this word sounds cool.
So in
Father?
what we're into what? Cisco or father. So in the Catholic religion. And why would it be fathers? It's in honor of what? What do we have spread all throughout California that we study in 4th grade? Missions, okay? So that's what padres comes from there. It's from the fathers. And that's what they would call them. They call them Padre Francisco. Padre Francisco or Padre whatever. All the different missions. Everyone did missions, right?
Yeah.
Oh, there's one. I forget it's up there. All the way up there.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, there's too much time in ours to burn it. So my children, our last name, Abby, I don't think they ever had anybody in their class that was alphabetically before them. When my son got to 4th grade, he got assigned the same exact mission, so we just changed a few things and resubmitted the same one. It was just a shame of the small school. They're like, I think we've seen this one before. No. Yeah, it's changed. We revamped. It's updated. We renovated the mission. No, they knew. It's interesting. So, what else? What else did we look at? Niece and nephew. Yeah. Oh.
I mean, we were talking about it, but
Sobrino. So for those of you who weren't here last week, this nephew What is sobrina, right? Okay. So if I want to say my nieces and nephews, what would I say? Mis sobrinos. They have one word, huh? Sobrinos, mis sobrinos. Okay, just like uncles and aunts. How do I say aunts and uncles, uncles and aunts? Mis tíos. Tíos. Use the plural. Abuelos. So we've talked about the suffix ito. Okay. What if I do about ito? What is the mutual word? Que chiquito. Es chiquito. Chico, small. What does it do?
Loving, almost, but caring.
Turns it into a term of endearment. So, that's what I said. My little son, or my beloved son. Okay, it's a diminutive. It's a diminutive, or it's a term of endearment. Everybody understands what diminutive is. What does that do? Makes it small. So if I say la hija es pequeña, pequeñito. It's even smaller, right? So it makes it even smaller yet. So if you have small, it's like saying incy wincy, you know, teeny tiny. It makes it small. We always say, right? Do we have, what do we have? We have smaller, smallest. Do we have something that we put on the end or something? Do we have a suffix we put on the end to make something smaller? To make it diminutive? No, I mean, est, you know, but you have to have the verb already. So, like in names, right? If I want to give you a term of endearment name, Mike, we might call Mikey, or Sean, we might call Shawnee, or we might say C, or we might.
Oh my gosh.
You know, it's a term of a parent. I mean, you guys, amongst yourself, you wouldn't. Well, you might call him Brycey. Okay. We had this conversation because last week, because remember, we couldn't come up with one for Thor, remember? It just doesn't. George. You know, I don't know. But it's that same kind of thing. It's that same. Juanito or Juanita? That's from Juan and Juana. Their names are Juan and Juana, but it's a term of endearment. It's a nickname. Done. Bendita. Like it's a term of endearment. Yeah. So anytime you put ito or ita, if it's a name, it's generally a term of endearment. Or if it's a title, done. My little tiny niece. And you can tell from context whether it's making it beloved or whether it's making it small. Term of endearment is what we call it. Okay. Oh, ¿dónde está Marina? En el texto, por favor, página. Well, let's look at 58. I don't know if this is that.
Oh, I didn't hear it. Oh, I didn't hear it. Come on, guys. Families.
Okay, so we'll quickly review. Repite familia. Okay. So she says, hola, soy Daniela. Yo tengo una mascota cariñosa. So what's that sentence say since we worked on?
And she says,
I have. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I am Daniela Lopez. Thank you. Okay. Tengo una mascota cariñosa. A loving. Mm-hmm. I have a loving pet. Okay. Yeah. What does that? And then she said, tengo muchos parientes. Parientes was what?
no, relatives.
relatives, right? It's a false cognate. It is not parent. It is. Okay. So mi gatito rayas. So gatito, it's either a small cat, which it could be a small cat, but it's his beloved cat, rayas. Mi gatito.
Cat was so mad at
Okay.
me.
It's small, it's so small I can't tell. Okay. Grandparents, mis abuelos. Abuelos. From Daniela's perspective, so she's saying my grandparents, mis abuelos, okay? So she says, repite, mi abuelo, mi abuela. Mis padres, mis padres. Okay, so what's the singular form of mine? Me, right? Because she says, mi abuelo Juan Lopez, mi abuela Ana Lopez, okay? So me is what kind of adjective? I mean, I'm looking for specific terminology. It's a possessive adjective, right? It shows possession. Mine. It's mine. Okay. Remember when it's an adjective, so it has to be with a noun, right? So my parents, and so it's an adjective, so it has to change plural and singular. It does. Is it going to change for the masculine or singular, or masculine or feminine? Okay, so here's the original form, the singular form. How many forms is it going to have? Because what's the rule? If it ends in O, it has how many forms? 4 forms. And if it ends in anything else, it only has 2, singular or plural. Okay, so only if it ends. So if it were mio, then yeah, I would have 4 forms. Okay, so mine. Going down, my aunts and uncles, or my aunt and uncle in this case, mis tíos, mis tíos, mi tía Laura, mi tío Alberto, my brothers, in this case because there are no sisters, but what did we say? Mis hermanos could be not only just brothers and sisters, but what's a generic word we use in English for brothers and sisters? Okay. Siblings, okay? Siblings or brothers and sisters. Okay. Why don't you say, I have 6 siblings? And generally, when someone says that, you know it's mixed, right? Because otherwise, they'll just say, no, I have 5 sisters. Okay.
Dude, our families are literally the opposite. Because I have 5 sisters. No, 4 sisters and 1 brother. Yes. We spoil him.
Oh.
He does.
Where's he in the birth order?
He's the 4th.
Oh,
He's well, he's in synagogue.
oh, okay. Tú eres el okay. So,
Am I the baby?
tú eres el bebé. Mi hermano Julio.
I was
Gracias. Gracias. Mi hermano Julio. Mi hermano David. Nuestro perro Duque. По-английски, пожалуйста.
У нас ключ.
Okay, you should be repeating around page 58. Mi primo Emilio. And remember, what do we know about Emilio? No tiene hermanos. No tiene hermanos.
No siblings.
Sí, sí, sí. El hijo único. Hijo único.
The sound is turned on.
Because I think and I know most of you, I know your siblings. At least one of your siblings. Not so. Of course. Jeez. See. I have 2 of them in class, so. I'm like, wow, I can see it. They're related to you. Twins, yeah, twins. You just go along with it. So, En español, por favor. Tiene 24 años, ¿sí? Ella tiene 24 años. Ay, you can converse all you want en español. You can even talk when I'm talking, as long as it's in español. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Okay. And then remember, what was twins? The little conversation down there. ¿Cuántos años tienen tus hermanos? So he's asking tus hermanos. How many? What does that ask me? How many years do your brothers have? Or how old are they, right? And she says, what? She said, they're both 10. They're both 10. Because why? Son gemelos. Gemelos, twins. No. Tim y Margaret son gemelos.
Okay, so if you look like
You understand?
if you look like that.
Okay. En español, por favor. Okay. So brown hair. No. Gracias. El pelo castaño. El pelo rubio. El pelo negro. And remember, if I want to, I don't know for how far down the family line it goes, but if they're a step parent or a stepsister, what do? I add something. Astro. Okay.
What's your
Good. Stepmom. Okay. What's mother? What's the word for mother? Madre. Madre or padre. Okay. If it ends in a vowel, drop the vowel. Masculine, add astro. If it's feminine, add astra. Okay. Madrastra. Madrastra. They are making this pen. Madrastra. Madrastra. I used to. Not anymore. Okay. So madrastra. There we go. Madrastra. Draw. How about stepsister?
What do you mean? Well, what would you say is like a half sister?
I don't know. I have those, but I don't know how to say them.
Really?
Yeah. Hermana. Hermano. I've never looked it up. I can look it up. I meant to the other day. Okay, so what would stepsister be? Because you need to be hermanastra. So hermana, take off the A and add astra. Okay. Hermanastra.
Why did not we just add that?
Well, because it has to be a general rule here. So that's why. Yeah, and when we get into verb conjugation, you'll say the same thing. You'll see it and you'll go, well, why did you take the A off? Well, because it has to be a rule for the whole thing. That will be the question. So it's not exceptions. It's just we have to make sure that we don't have exceptions. We need the rule to follow everything.
It says right here los ojos castaños for the brown eyes, but we learned to say brown café.
Café. Oh, brown is café. So also is marron. Marron. And for hair, moreno. Dark hair. It usually means dark hair.
Wait, but then what?
Brown. So that's what I said. I said it was,
One's dark hair.
yeah, moreno is dark haired. Okay. So this is what I say. So those of you who weren't represented by either blonde, red haired, or dark haired, you're now on the map, right? So that would include someone like you with a medium brown hair. Maybe you don't consider your hair to be dark. If you consider it just brown, castaño. So you would say castaño. Okay? I mean, not for your eyes, not for your hair. No, hair too, yeah, castaño. Sorry. Okay. El pelo castaño. It's like chestnut color. Okay. So we'll have this on this week. So let's look at página. Página 70. Página 70. En el texto, página 70. Página 70 now, okay? 70. Okay? So, generally, en español. Yeah, that's way too much work. Okay, so I'm going to use this. Yeah, this is where do we usually use this for? What do we use it for? Yeah. Okay, so conjugating, right? Remember conjugation? What was conjugation? Yesterday, what is conjugation? No, those are cognates. Conjugation.
Different.
No, that's cognate. Okay. I said it yesterday. Nobody remembers. Conjugation is when we take the verb and match it to the subject or the subject pronoun. Okay. So just like I can't say, I have to say, I am or he is, right? You could. You could. He is, right? I'm putting the proper form of the verb with the proper pronoun, right? Okay. We was, though I hear it all the time. We was doing our homework. Doesn't match, does it? Yeah. Okay. So conjugation is when we take the proper form of the verb and match it with the proper form of the subject pronoun or the subject. But for ser, we have what? Yo soy. Tú eres. Muy bien. Usted, ella. Es. Nosotros. Vosotros. Sois. Sois. I heard it. Sois. Ustedes, ellos, ella. We're on the right track. You guys had it when you had to change. You know, the exercise would say, yes, inteligente son, and we have to change it to plural. Los muchachos son inteligentes, okay? So son, okay? And then we looked yesterday at the verb tener. Pages if you want to look at it. Were the forms that we the conjugation will get easier. You don't have to memorize all the verbs. Most of them follow a pattern, but we're teaching the trickier ones first, okay? I have tengo. So tener, when it still has the ending on it, it's an infinitive. Have. Yo tengo. Tú tienes. Tiene. So here's a clue. Oops. The usted ella form is always the same as the to form, just minus the s. So, okay, nosotros tenemos. You can spin the whole chair so you can. Nosotros tenéis. Tenéis. Repiten, tenéis. Okay. And then, ustedes, ellos, ellas. Yeah. So how would I say we have brothers and sisters? Go ahead. Nosotros. We have. Tenemos. Or siblings. Hermanos. Right? Brothers and sisters or siblings. Nosotros tenemos hermanos. Okay? How about George and Susan have nice aunts and uncles.
Whoa.
George and Susan have 10 nice. Susana, Jorge
Susana,
y Susana.
tengo,
George and Susan, I have.
tú tengo,
No.
tienes,
Tienen. Tienen. Why? Because if I were to replace George, yeah, you're right. It's go ahead. Plural. And the easiest way, what could I replace this with? What could I replace it with? I could él and ella son ellos. George and Susanna have 10 nice aunts and uncles. Tienen?
yes,
Tienen 10. Someone else? Aunts and uncles? She's dying. Go ahead. Tios. How do I say nice? Nice. Okay. Simpáticos. Simpáticos. Oh yeah, that's nice. Simpáticos.
Is it nice?
Yeah. Let's study this. And what was mean? Antipático. If you drop out that sim, antipático. Okay? So this is numerical adjective, so it goes in front. This is a descriptive adjective, goes behind. Okay? Notice, simpáticos. Okay? You must agree. Simpáticos. So if you guys, the papers that I just passed back, if you look over them really carefully, I went through all your mistakes, and not right now, but you can look at them later, because I take the time to grade everything individually. So just look at your mistakes and see why you made that mistake. Okay. So what if I change this to just George? He has one nice uncle.
Then we just put
Okay. So what would I put? Tiene. Make sure you pronounce that final vowel. I knew what you were saying. Tiene. Nice uncle. Un tío simpático. Muy bien. Un tío simpático. Okay. So let's say Julie has intelligent and interesting children. Julie has interesting and has interesting and intelligent children. Tiene. Mhm. Comes first.
has
Okay, so we have Julie has. Children needs to come next. Right?
Yeah.
Children needs to come next.
because it's describing. Okay, okay,
hijos,
Hijos, always defer to the. Yeah, exactly. El pollo loco. No, that's not. He's saying it. That's how you remember what order you put your adjective and your noun. Okay, look. Hold on. We're not talking about the food. This is what rice is meaning. Okay. El pollo loco. This is how you remember that the noun goes first, then comes the adjective. This says the chicken frenzy. The pollo. I understood what he meant by the pollo loco effect. This is a terrible time to have class, right? Everybody, by the time you're done, you know, if you didn't eat right before class, you're starving. You know? And then we always inevitably end up talking about food. Okay, but that was his fault. I wasn't talking about food. Okay, either was he, honestly. Okay, so need something else? Need something else? Interesantes. Okay. Interesantes and intelligent. Inteligentes. Remember, no ya. No existe en español. Interesantes y inteligentes. Okay. Okay. So what if I say George and Susan have an intelligent and interesting daughter? George and Susan have an interesting and intelligent daughter. Okay. Jorge y Susana tienen a daughter. Okay.
And then take out that.
But what do I need to add here now that I'm making it singular? Una hija, and what do I need to change here? Yes, okay. Now here's something I noticed some of you doing. Okay, you see hija, you want to change this to interesanta and inteligente. Okay, remember, only if the adjective ends in an O originally. So remember, anything ending in E, it doesn't care about masculine and feminine. It only cares about plural and singular. Okay, Jorge, Susana. Tienen una hija interesante y inteligente. Okay, comprenden? You see how things you don't need to think about in English, you have to stop and give a whole lot of thought to in Spanish. Okay? Well, you could be completely misunderstood if you say tiene, you say plural or singular. No, I mean, they'll understand. I mean, you know, it's the same kind of effect. You as a native English speaker go, oh yeah, that's not quite right. But you know, I understand what they're saying. I can let it go because I understand what they're saying. Stop right there. Yeah, so I'm not a grammar freak. I know it. Here's the difference. I'm a linguist. That's my specialty. I'm a linguist, and in Spanish, I've learned 2 majors in college. So linguist. Anybody know what a linguist does? Later, a linguist is someone who studies languages and how the language is used, but is not concerned that someone's misusing it, right? What's that? No. I study how people use the language. I don't do any interpreting or translating of any kind. It's used. So it's just any language, right? So we studied multiple languages all over the world, and we studied how, you know, a language changes through the years and how ain't used to be completely unacceptable, but so many people say it just, you wouldn't use it in a formal paper you were writing it for one of your classes, right? You know, there's your colloquial the language that you use with different friends, with your family, and then that which you would use in class or writing a paper, how it's different. So that's what a linguist does, is study. But, you know, they're not grammar Nazis. We leave that to the English majors, right? Someone who's an English major does all the studying, all the rules, and will look at their nose at people who improperly use the language. Like this one. I bet you guys all say this. He had a whole nother one in his back pocket. He was hungry and wanted another sandwich. But he had a whole nother one in his back pocket. Is there anything wrong with what I just said?
Yeah.
What? What did I say? Okay, but how many people say, oh? Some people, everyone says, I'll catch it whenever anybody says it in here. It's very common. Everyone says it. I listened to a guy with a PhD. That's one of those things that And that's what a linguist does. You note it, but you go, oh, okay. You know, everybody does it, so. You wouldn't write it.
Does it?
You wouldn't write it that way, but you would say it that way. No, people use it all the time. All the
Like
time.
that example?
No.
I was like,
Oh, here's another one. He wanted another sandwich, so I told him, there's 2 more on the counter. And so I told him, there's anything wrong with that? There's 2 more on the counter. Anything wrong with that?
Oh, yeah, there's small things.
Yes. But we all say that one. There's 2 more on the counter. You don't hear what is theirs. 2 more on the counter, but it's not. There are, right? So we don't think anything, but you didn't hear anything wrong with that sentence, did you? There's 2 more on the counter because we use it all the time. But Miss Grammar Nazi took her a second, but she was okay. Yeah, there's 2 more on the counter. There are 2 more. Profession is good for the soul system. Yeah. Business in the making. She's open for business now. If you have a paper you need checked, make sure it's not plagiarized. And you get
5 cents a word. 5 cents a word.
Oh, 5 cents a word. That's a little steep. Okay. So, what if I were to say, if I were in Spain and I was saying of you guys have some difficult classes. You guys have some difficult classes.
You guys have to.
Yeah, and if I was talking and I was in Spain.
Is it, how do you say?
You guys.
Yeah, because
That's we.
also we.
Vosotros, right? Because your clue should have been, I said, in Spain. Because remember, this is you plural, or in English, you guys, or y'all. Vosotros?
What was the English one today?
Oh, I'm writing what I said in English.
Hey, that works. I mean, don't be able to say that.
And my marker, because I spent talk with it. Vosotros, you guys have some difficult classes. Tenéis, right?
Oh my gosh.
All of us.
I do.
But it's classes. Classes are masculine or feminine. Unas. Classes, gotta have your difíciles. You notice it's femenina, so we have unas, but this word doesn't quite have an L actually, right? Difícil, difíciles. Okay. Preguntas with tener? Preguntas.
No questions. Oh.
No preguntas. No. This the whole thought process of conjugation. You guys are getting it here. Okay. This is going to get easier because, like I said, we have rules and patterns. We're learning the irregulars, the most common irregulars first. Okay?
Yeah.
Heard some complaints on the song. Everybody have a hard time understanding? I thought it was pretty easy, but I guess. Well, I thought it was easy because you had the words to follow along with. The song that was on the homework a couple of weeks ago.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you did it. I saw your paper. Yeah. So I like to hear it. Okay. So now let's look at página 70. Okay, actually, let's just take a break really quickly. Okay. ¿Qué hora es? ¿Qué hora es? I was just checking to see if it was digital or analog. Son las 12. Son las 12 y... Son las 12. Go ahead and type it in there for me so I know you guys are paying attention. Oh. Sorry. It moved. Y 40. Son las 12 y 40. Okay. ¿Qué hora es? Media. Okay. Someone else? Someone else?
What's the 45.
45. 40. Okay. Count by 10. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 10. Add one more, it becomes 100. Okay? So son las 4:45. You guys can go ahead and type it. Who is that strange kid? Okay. ¿Qué hora es? Son las 6. Son las 6. Okay.
6 o'clock.
No, en español. No, en inglés.
6.
Son las 6. Sí, son las 6. Okay.
Еще громче.
¿Qué hora es? Son las 8. Say it again. Cuarto. Son las 8:15. Okay. Everyone but Anna. Yeah. But with a question. I didn't quite hear it though. Son las 11:15.
4.
Okay, I can say either one. Son las 11:15. Cuarto not to be confused with cuatro, right? All you're doing is flipping the T and the R between cuatro and cuarto. Tres. Es la una.
55.
55, right? Why does it have to be es la una? Because it hasn't quite reached the 2 yet. You know, I'm trying to pretend like I have a mechanism. It's almost, yeah, when you're almost done. One more. You excluded this time. Okay. Last one. Good start. Son las 7. Y 25. Okay. How do I spell 25? Es V, V, E, I, N, T, 20. Remember, the E becomes an I, and we combine it in the 20s. Yeah, it's all one word. So 20, C, I.
It's because of
N, C, O. Muy bien, 25. Let's look at 26. Oh, sí, es el 25. Es el 25 de octubre. Sí, es el 25 de octubre. Muy bien. Ok, ¿cómo se escribe? ¿Cómo se escribe? Escribe. How do you write? Like scribe. Scribe in there. ¿Cómo se escribe? How do you write 26? 26. V, E, N, E, I. En español. S. Bryce, next one. E. Thor. And the last one, Isaac. Okay. Now there's something missing from this word. Does anybody know what it is? It's spelled correctly. Acento. ¿Dónde? I do that because you have no idea. This is not at all. I've been teaching for many years. That's why. And then I was afraid because I have white carpet, but it's obviously been taken out. So yeah. So remember, what did I tell you about? So like, and veintidos. What is the accident?
Я его сейчас на улицу кину. Да. Взяла ты quality.
Don't have anything. Okay.
Такое раньше было. Сейчас есть.
Because when you combine them, they go. But they're still global. Okay. So if I don't have that, okay, fall naturally. It would fall naturally.
$53, that's all.
Natural. You get a good experience. I need bad feedback.
She said
Or maybe turn it down. There we go. I'll let you turn it back on. Okay, go ahead and turn it back off. Mucho mejor. Wow, that was weird. Someone's having either I am or they are. What's going on? Okay. Don't mess with me. Don't mess with me. Okay. So, what are the vowels in español? Vocales. Vocales. What are the vocales? A, E, I, O, U. Somebody? Sometimes what? Yeah. And sometimes yeah. I know what it is in English. And I saw that multiple times. Okay. And sometimes yeah. Okay. And what is yeah? When it's used. I know, but what does it say? E. It's the same sound as E when it's used as a vowel. Okay. Okay. We'll go over página 70 now. We'll get to page 70. Página 70. Página 70 en el texto. Okay. Drew this thing with the intention of doing possessive adjectives. And like we discussed when we were going over vocabulary, what's possessive adjective? Pronoun. The form of that same word that requires a noun. She said mine. Possessive pronoun, right? My. Okay. Okay. So me, your. Okay. So two.
But then it is
Okay.
okay.
Okay, so let me just fill this out. Okay, you guys are gonna be technical on me. Let me write this right. My U's tend to look like these. These tend to look like. Okay. So what does tu mean? If this is my, means
Yours.
For you.
drop the S. Because yours, same category. That's a possessive pronoun. Like, is that yours? These are adjectives, so they require a noun. Okay, your. But again, it's informal. It's informal, right? What's this?
They. Yours.
See, there you go. You're in this category still.
They are? They're theirs.
Okay. But that needs to be here, right? So what are the pronouns we normally have here? Usted, él, and ella. So what's usted? So you, and if it belongs to you, if this pen belongs to you, it is your pen, right? If it belongs to he, his, and not hers. Hers fits down here, right? Her. Okay. So what am I showing you here? What are these? I told you these are possessive pronouns. They stand alone. Is this yours? No, it's mine, right? Okay.
Wow.
So those are pronouns. They stand alone, right? They stand alone. I don't need it. It's mine. It's a possessive pronoun. It's replaced a noun. It's replaced my pen. It's now mine. You guys follow?
Yes.
Understand that these are possessive pronouns. Okay. What must an adjective have? An adjective must have a noun, right? So a possessive adjective must have a noun, right? Not all adjectives, because like if I say, okay, pretty can stand alone in the predicate, right? Pretty. Just pretty. Huh? I have some pretty dogs. I think so too.
Okay.
So so this is why I put it in these categories, because you see who it goes with. Okay. So how many forms do these ones have? These only have two. So me and mis, tu and tus, tu and sus. Okay. And vuestro and nuestro is going to have four because why? And then the O. Okay. Remember, these are adjectives. Nuestro, what's the other three forms going to be? Nuestra, nuestras, and nuestros. Okay? With vuestro, right? So what does vuestro mean? Your plural, not yours. Your plural. Y'all's. That's y'all's paper over there. Besides y'all, do we have, we say that's your guys' paper, right?
Sometimes like, people will say like, I'll use for some reason.
Yeah, all of yous. All of yous. Yeah, or all of yous. That's all of yous paper. Okay. So English, we're a little unsettled in this area, right? And what would this mean? So this is your plural, informal. What's this? What's nuestra? But what does it mean? What does mine plus yours equal? My plus yours, our. Okay, my plus your equals our. It
Lost?
killed two of them before you got here.
You lost?
I think.
Oh, hey.
Because I have a raised foundation. I think they come up through my window.
I don't know. I
Yeah, I'll get it. I'll
What's
get it.
in here?
If you miss it, I will slide that in.
I need to stand on the chair. Or still.
You lost?
Lost.
You're kind of short. I don't know if you're really.
Get it. Be dirty.
It fell on the floor.
You got it?
I got it.
Right, okay.
I'm a big bluff.
Like when you killed like
He's like that.
I'm like,
It's like this feeling of satisfaction.
because they're not.
I give them a chance. I open the door and try to let them out. It's like in my car. Okay. All right. If it belongs to ustedes, it belongs to you, it's your books, right? These are your books, okay? Yeah. So what if it belongs to ellos? Minus the S. Right? So there can be some confusion here, because if I just say su libro, what can it mean? If I say su libro, what does it mean? You can type it in the chat box. What is su libro? Your book, their book, his book, her book. Okay. It's ambiguous, right? It's unspecified because of the fact they Jordan, es su libro, ¿sí? Es su libro. But you know, what am I saying? It's your book, right? Because I'm talking to him. Jordan, es su libro, ¿sí? Okay. ¿Es Jorge? Jordan. Okay. Jordan, I would call him Jordan.
Well, mine doesn't change.
Alexis. And is what we would say, the way you spell it. We would say magen, like imagen. Brice. If we just took pronounced his word, his name would be Brice. And I. Emma is about, but Emma, I don't think that would double M. It'd be Emma.
What? Okay, he reads it as Ema. Because we went to Starbucks and they just had EMA, so just told me Ema.
Emma.
Ema.
So, how do I say our class? Our class.
You say, wait, when you say, wait, okay. I thought it would read.
That's okay. ¿En clase es femenino o masculino? Es la clase de español. La clase de español. Es femenina. That's one of the ones you just have to know. There's no reason, there's no way you can tell just from looking at the words. So it's la clase. So say our class. Nuestra clase. And I'm doing this for a specific reason. Nuestra clase. I heard nuestros. I heard plural from a few people. Okay. But remember, the book belongs to all of us. I mean, the class belongs to all of us. The class is singular and feminine. Okay. So these adjectives, remember, they that's okay. They can look around. I want you to pay attention as well. Okay. So it's nuestra clase. Why? Because clase is feminine and singular. Okay, even though it belongs to more than one person, right? It belongs to all of us. This adjective describes the noun directly. It doesn't matter who it belongs to. So let's say their class, su clase, their class. It belongs to all of them, but the class is singular, su clase. Okay. We have our books. We have our books. You can type it in the sidebar. We have our books. We have. Switch back to the. Okay, so you're using the possessive adjective. So you're saying our. Mm-hmm. Nosotros, right? We.
We.
And it's funny. It's not here. It's not here. How do you say we? Nosotros. I'm trying to get another this guy here. She keeps saying it 10 times in a row. Okay, so we have nosotros. We have. No, we have. What goes along with nosotros? Look at where nosotros is on that chart. Oh, where nosotros is. Is nosotros listed there? On the chart you were just on.
Oh, it's not
Tenemos. Nosotros tenemos our books.
Libro.
Okay, we have libro. Need to make a plural. Libros. And then where do I put the possessive adjective? And what is it? Okay, now make it plural. Nuestros. Yeah, biblioteca sounds like Bible. Bible? Biblioteca is library. So nosotros tenemos nuestros libros, okay? Why is it nuestros here? Books are plural and masculine, right? So nuestros libros, okay? It doesn't have anything to do that it belongs to more than one person. It's only because books is plural and masculine. That is plural. Okay, one more sentence. She has her friends. What do you say? She has her friends. Ella, someone else besides Anna? Ella, she has?
No.
Tiene.
Sorry.
You have the chart. Tiene. Remember, you must pronounce every final letter. Tiene. Ella, isn't ella there? Keep dropping the last sound off.
Okay.
You keep saying tiene. It's tiene. Ella tiene
Has what? Has friends?
her friends. Okay. So Sue is going to be her, but what's friends? Okay, we can say amigas. If she's a girl, we can say amigas. Okay. Well, what do I need to do with Sue? So Bryce said it's Sue, which is correct. But what do I need to do with it? Oh, there. That says amigas. I have more than one friend here. I need to make it plural. Okay. Ella tiene sus amigas. Okay. This is plural. This needs to be plural as well. Doesn't matter that she's singular. Who cares? That only matters here, right? This controls this, but this controls this, or any adjective. Remember, the noun is the boss. The noun is the boss. Okay, and the subject is the boss of the verb. Comprende? Starting to be okay. Do one more because that was a little rough. Okay, let's say and Susan, mis personas favoritas. George and Susan have 3 ugly dogs. Jorge y Susana. And right, tienen because. Okay, so tres perros. And what do I need to do with feo? I heard it, feos. Gotta agree number and gender, right? Remember, this is the boss. So tres is okay because it's a number. Tres perros feos. Pobrecitos. Pobrecitos. Nobody should have. Okay. Okay. So they have their 3 ugly dogs. How do I change it? How do I have their? They have their 3 ugly dogs. Sus. Sus. So where am I going to put it? There. Yeah. So they have Susan, George and Susan have their 3 ugly dogs. Right here, right? I'm sorry. I can't hear all 9 of you at the same time. I'm just sorry.
That's okay.
I heard someone say Susan. Okay. So they have their 3 ugly dogs. Okay. Yeah, so usually a possessive adjective goes before. It's at the very beginning of the whole. And why is it sus? Because it's perros, right? Or feos, because it's masculine and plural. Okay. And again, numbers, they don't change. Okay. All right. Here it is. Okay, we have a few minutes. Okay, everyone's going to need to stand for this game.
All right, let's
Okay.
go.
Just, and you'll probably want to scoot your chair back. And then let's pull this table out. Whoa. My table's not that big, so. Okay. So you'll want to move your books out of the way. Try to make the table smaller. This is probably one of the, if you guys want to help me. So you can see the top. So just spread them out, you know. I'll move it back out of the way. Okay, so kind of spread them out so everyone has equal access. Okay.
On the little run, right?
Ready? Okay. I'll call the number and be the first one to get it. And whoever has the most when you're done. 33. Muy bien. I knew it! 57. 57. 57. 57. Wait, 57. No, 57. 57. 57. Muy bien.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.